was a quiet night in 1973 in a small town called Enfield, Illinois. Nothing unusual ever happened there, no crime, no strange sightings, nothing. Until one night, a man ran out of his house and called the police, not because of a break-in, but because he claimed something was outside his door, and according to him, it wasn't human. Henry McDaniel was not the kind of man who made things up. He lived a simple life. Small house, quiet neighborhood, nothing special. The kind of place where nights are silent, where the loudest sound is usually just the wind brushing past trees. But on that night, something broke that silence. It started with a noise, a strange scratching sound. At first, Henry ignored it. He thought maybe it was a stray animal, but then it got louder, more aggressive, trying to get in. He slowly walked toward the door, every step heavier than the last, and when he finally looked outside, he froze. Standing in his yard was something he couldn't understand. At first, his brain tried to make sense of it, maybe a dog, maybe something injured, but the longer he looked, the more wrong it felt. It wasn't standing like an animal. It wasn't moving like one either. It had a short body, small arms, almost useless. And then he noticed its legs, not 4, not 2, 3. It was balancing on 3 legs in a way that didn't look natural, and then it moved short, sudden jumps, like it didn't belong there, like it wasn't used to the ground beneath it. But the worst part was its eyes. They weren't normal. They were glowing, pink, bright enough to cut through the darkness like flashlights, staring directly at him for a few seconds. Everything went silent. Henry couldn't move, couldn't think. It felt like time had stopped, and then the creature made a sound, a low, unnatural hiss that snapped him out of it. In pure panic, Henry slammed the door shut, locked it instantly, grabbed his gun and fired once, then again. The sound echoed through the night, breaking the silence of the entire neighborhood, and then nothing. When the police arrived, they expected something simple, maybe a frightened man, maybe a misunderstanding, but Henry didn't look confused. He looked terrified, shaken in a way that didn't feel fake, his voice unstable, his hands still trembling. And when officers stepped outside, they noticed something strange. There were scratches on the door, deep ones, not something small or harmless. And then they found the footprints. At first glance, they looked like dog tracks, but something was off. Each one had 6 toes, not 4, not 5, 6. The officers stood there for a moment, trying to process what they were seeing, because nothing about it made sense. By morning, the story had spread across the town. People started talking. Some laughed it off, others didn't, because that night, a few people claimed they heard something too, strange noises, unusual movement in the dark, quick, unnatural, gone before you could focus on it. And suddenly, this wasn't just one man's story anymore. Soon reporters arrived, cameras, newspapers, everyone wanted answers. Headlines started calling it a monster. People from outside the town came just to see the place, hoping to find something, anything. But there was nothing left, no creature, no clear explanation, only questions. When reporters asked Henry to describe it again, he tried, but every time it sounded just as impossible. 3 legs, small arms, glowing eyes. Even he knew how strange it sounded, but one thing never changed. He was certain that whatever he saw that night was real. Days passed, then weeks, and just like that, everything stopped. No more sightings, no more sounds, no more footprints. It was like whatever had been there just disappeared. The town slowly went back to normal. People stopped talking about it. Life moved on, but not completely, because once something like that happens, you don't forget it, even if you try, because now every quiet night feels a little different. Every strange sound and makes you stop for a second and wonder, what if it wasn't just passing through? What if it was watching? And to this day, no one has ever been able to explain what Henry McDaniel saw that night. But some believe whatever it was never really left. If you enjoy real unexplained stories like this, make sure to subscribe, because some stories aren't just strange, they stay with you.